This is always a highlight of the climate weeks because it really usually becomes a very positive and a very, very much can-do atmosphere here. But we know that from the global stocktake and from the emissions gap report that progress is too slow.
We're running out of time. The global stocktake, which is government's assessment of where action is showing that we are absolutely not on track to reach 1.5 degree of warming. Now, when we look at short-lived climate pollutants, they make up a significant amount of that warming, and so if we can X them out, we can actually buy ourselves time to do some of the more difficult parts of the transition necessary.
For us, climate change is a matter of life and death. It's an existential threat for us. But then just coming here with all the pledges and announcement for assistance, we feel a little bit of hope. But until we actually see it coming, flowing, we want to make sure that we want to keep pushing for this support to come to the countries.
What I feel very strongly in 2023, when we have to decrease emissions by 43% at the end of the decade, is that we're kind of peak pledges. We're kind of past the point of just making a pledge. It's really important that these pledges are actually backed up by legislation, regulation, action and finance. And here at the CCAC, it's a practical forum. This is a place where countries come, roll up their sleeves and work together to get things done. The finance that comes into the CCAC helps the CCAC help all of you and many others.
I think what's important about this new technology and economic task force is that it's to go from pledges to projects, to make it real. What this work will do, and the funding behind it, is to get the real detail, get the real economic assessment as to how we can make projects happen, get the technical, and particularly technical around monitoring and measurement. This is complicated, complex, but doable.
CCAC has helped Uganda to come up with monitoring strategies. We need to have this strategy in place. Even if you get money to implement, without a strategy, you cannot implement.
We all know that the most significant results emerge when we unite. Action is what's required now, and we are here because of tackling the short-lived climate pollutants. They will have a massive near-term impact, and they are the largest contributors to global warming after carbon dioxide, responsible for 45% of emissions, and some with direct impact on health and agriculture.
Here at COP28, CCAC is celebrating the launch of a new Clean Air Flagship to provide a global voice focused on clean air solutions, including those that are very much at that nexus of climate and air pollution. If we look back on COP28, we'll see that in some ways this is the first super pollutant COP, where countries are really acting on methane and other critical non-CO2 greenhouse gases at the pace and scale and comprehensiveness required.
It's clear that this is becoming a lifeboat that we can grab right now and deal with while we decarbonize our economies.